Hey, welcome to my page. Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk about the last day of committed 21-day Go Live. There were days I felt motivated and inspired, and there were days I felt tired, unsure, or wondering what I was even going to talk about. It was challenging. I wouldn't say no. But what I learned through this experience is something very important. Motivation and consistency are not the same thing. So if you are tuning here, say hello to me and I love to talk to you because this is today's, you might get something very valuable, one or two tips that what I'm going to talk about. Okay. So before this challenge, I was already doing lives, reels, and post regularly. I never stop. Maybe here and there 1 2 days, but not more than you can't catch me missing even one hand counting. So I am always very consistent. But that is not the point. But it was whenever I felt inspired, I was showing up. But as I said, the engagement was limited and I didn't really see much movement. But once I committed to doing it daily, something started to change, not just in the algorithm, but in me also. The algorithm actually picked up by almost 300%. Can you believe that? And it showed me something very clearly. Growth doesn't come from doing something once in a while. It comes from showing up consistently, even if it's imperfect. Just as you are, you can come. Because that, in fact, has more value, being real you with all your flaws. Because that is how we grow. Even when nobody is clapping, even when you don't feel full ready. That's what I did this last 21 days. I'm not saying that was easy. It was sometimes it was quite challenging. Sometimes I wasn't feeling well. I didn't feel like showing up. But even before the day ended, I did it anyway, whether anybody watched it or not. And honestly, this challenged me in many ways. It stretched me outside my comfort zone. It forced me to think differently, speak more openly, and trust myself more. But at the same time, I also saw growth. I became more confident, more disciplined, more comfortable sharing my story and my faith. And I realized that consistency builds something powerful. Motivation is there sometimes when you see other people constantly talking, it motivates you, their results motivates you and everything. But if you don't see them more than few days, then your motivation just drops. But consistency is not like that. You don't have to look at other person's growth. You can look at them as a inspiration, but not to motivate you. But if you have the consistency, that is more stronger than the motivation, right? It is not just online, but it within us too. Yeah, consistency is more much stronger. All people who are very successful, they don't operate on motivation. They operate on their daily habits, daily DMO, that means daily method of operation, that means consistency. They want to certain things done and they do it. So there was a analogy, I don't know exactly who said, but it must be one of the motivational speaker. It said, suppose you have a big tree in the backyard, it's a big trunk, right? And you have a sharp axe, but when you go to and you try to cut that with the sharp axe, it's not going to fall. So because it has a solid big trunk, it's never going to shake even. So but every day you go outside in the backyard and start chipping little by little daily, and over time the trunk becomes weak. And one fine day, the tree falls. So it's not depending on your motivation. One day I'll do, and next day I won't do, and few days it'll gone by and nothing happened. But if you had the consistency, keep on cutting with your sharp axe, and one day the tree will fall. This is what I can explain this analogy: consistency over motivation. So today, I feel grateful for this journey that I have came along for 3 weeks, or rather 21 days, not because it was perfect, but because it changed me. And maybe that's the reminder for all of us. We don't always need more motivation. Sometimes we just need the commitment. Small daily steps, just like how we take our sharp axe and go and cut the tree little at a time, exactly like that. And repeated consistently can completely change the direction of our lives. It also reminded me to realize how fast the time passes. It doesn't wait for anybody. 3 weeks just seemed it was yesterday. And if there is something in your life you have been waiting for and wanting to start, maybe this is your perfect reminder not to wait until you feel fully ready, because there is no such thing as being fully ready. You have to start where you are, and then one step at a time, and continue going. Stay consistent and trust the process, no matter what journey you are on, but keep doing it. And one fine day, that thing will finish in your life, and you will be really proud of yourself. You're not showing your result to anybody else, you are proving to yourself the grit, the consistency, the commitment, and the growth that you are seeing by doing this journey every day. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you catch this replay within 30 days, you will be able to watch this fully. I will see you. Hopefully, I'll continue this journey, coming live every day, bringing some valuable content for you, so that you may find some sort of growth or some type of motivation. Thank you so much, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye now. God bless.